more is less. That's the Zen saying. And I find great wisdom in more is less. Except when it comes to life. Because in life, less is not more. Life always wants more life. Life always wants more life. Life's very motivation is life itself. And it's a divine mystery that I don't think anyone has ever yet fully grasped. We have life. We embody life. We are divine life expressing, and we are expressing in a human experience. So we are both life in its divinity, and we are human. And I don't think there is anyone present that would deny the humanity of life. It's simply too evident. So what is the motivation for this experience of both human and divine life? Well, in 1943, the psychologist Abraham Maslow wrote a paper called A Theory of Human Motivation. And in it, he described a pyramid of needs that he believes every one of us here must go through in order to, and satisfy in order to proceed to the next level of personal growth. I, as you may have first seen this in high school, and this model has always resonated with me. He starts with the first level, which are basic needs. These are survival needs. These are needs that no living organism can exist, at least no human living organism can exist without. They're the needs of air, of food, of warmth, shelter. Basic survival needs. Without those, an individual cannot progress to the next level. But if you have those basic needs met, then you can go to the second level, safety needs. And these are the needs of having a safe shelter, a safe home, of having a secure family, of having the sense of security of employment and reasonable prosperity. Those are the safety needs that we each have. And once those safety needs are met, there is created a space in us and a comfort in us that we can next move to the third level, the level of satisfying our psychological needs. And these are the needs of familial ties, the bonds of friendship, intimate relationships. And once those needs are in place, those create a new space. And that space is the space of self-actualization. And it's at this level that we have the space, the comfort, the support, and the resources to become personally expressive, creative. We have the space to move beyond all prejudice. We have the space to accept the facts of life. It's at this space, in this place, that we can handle truth. If you remember Jack Nicholson from that movie saying, you can't handle the truth. But at this stage of self-actualization, we can. We can accept the world as the world shows up without needing it to be something else. Now, in 1943, Abraham Maslow stopped it. He did. It'll come back.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever lost in the Lord. Abraham Maslow stopped at self-actualization. That was the peak at that time. We're going to be talking about patience very shortly. But then, in short order, I mean, I don't know the exact year. My research didn't carry me that far. But he started realizing the experience of the mystical in his own life, and he started to be more open to the mystical experience in other lives. And as a result of that, he added what you may have seen there, a new peak. He's called it peak experiences. And those are the experiences of the mystic in Revelation that we have. Thank you. Now, I believe that most of us here, I'm not going to do this again, most of us here are living in this area, somewhere from here up to here. That most of us are enjoying that space of self-actualizing. And I hope that we do this without any sense of guilt. Because the divine urge to move through this entire process of development resides in every human being, everywhere. Everyone wants to take and make this journey. And as we journey up, we create a space not only for ourselves, but for everyone else to do so as well. And I believe that enough of us, and I'm not speaking only to those here, but enough human beings have had this peak experience, which is usually very intense and very brief, that we have come to understand at the deepest level of our being that we are all connected, that we are all one family, that we are all one in God. And so I would suggest that we could also call a being who is actualizing themselves a being who is connecting, an actualizing, connecting being. Because what it is we want at the most basic level and at the most exalted level is to be connected with one another and to know we have that connection and to not feel any barrier to that connection. So what are the traits of an actualizing, connecting being? Well, I suggest that these traits are your traits. Your traits. Everyone sitting here. And that these traits form a composite picture, a portrait, if you will, of who you are. And as the artist of your life, these traits create the quality of the color and light that is painted on the canvas of your soul. So I'd like us to share these traits. And they're on the second page of your bulletin. And remember, as we read these together, you are reading these as your truth, as the image of your soul and your spirit. Please join me. First, I commune with Source in a state of reverent gratitude for all that's present in my life. I do not complain or find fault with others. I do not attempt to persuade others to my way of thinking, understanding that I am best known through the energy I exude. I tell others I choose to feel good in all circumstances. I am always in touch with my infinite nature. I do not fear death, knowing I was never truly born and will never die. My connection to Source
allows me insight on what is possible and how to achieve it. I am eternally patient and am not dissatisfied with the speed or manner in which my intentions are manifesting.
These are your statements of truth. This is about you. I would ask you to read these one more time in silence. And as you do, pause briefly between each one, allowing your soul to accept even deeper ownership of these truths.